All right, Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans, welcome back to Shady Side Academy for game number 2 today between I should say, Steel City Selects 14U girls, this time in their traveling blacks with gold and white trim, and these Philadelphia Junior Flyers in their orange with black and white trim. So we're going to do this again. Flyers took the early game this morning, 2-1. We got 4:27 on the warm-up clock, and then we'll get her going. I will be back. All right, folks, we are going to get game number 2 underway here. Looks like Panetta, Peets, and looking on the far side there to see. We got Zivkovic and Litz on the back end. We got Panetta, Peets, and Claherty out here on the front end to get this game underway. Eve's taking the pipes to my left. Left-hand side is going to be challenged. We've got a couple of Philly fans that are salty. I wouldn't give them the live stream this morning, so they're going to stand here and block the view. But I'm going to give you the best I can, as always. We will get them underway. 16 minutes, 3 periods each. We'll get them going. The face-off dice. Peets pulls it back to Litz. Litz sends it across, cut off by a flyer. Here they come the other way. They dump it into the near corner. Litz. We're going to get an early call here. We'll see what. Oh, net off the moorings. So we're going to come to the near circle here. Peets is going to take this draw near circle, 15:45, 15 seconds off the first period. Flyers drop back to the point. Skated across, Panetta. Flyers shoot, miss, near side, around to the far corner. You got Dahl getting knocked over there, no call, into the far corner now. Claherty going to give chase behind the net. Junior Flyers pick it up there, send it around the far wall. Claherty steps in, can't cut that off, back to Kiesel. Kiesel, ahead to Panetta. They battle here at the blue line. It's hard to see the wall here. It's tight, as you know, here at Shady Side, as Junior Flyers bounce it off the wall, back to neutral. Dahl sends it ahead, it's too far for Stevens. And she can't keep it in, and here come the Junior Flyers the other way. They dump it into the near corner, in behind Eves. They send it all the way back out. They're going to send it all the way down. No icing since the Flyers did that. And they're going to put it in the corner where Marshall's going to hold the point. Marshall's going to send it on the net. Goaltender's going to cover that up. And with 14:36. And that goes into the center there. I forgot to start the huddle video. That's twice today. I missed the beginning of the games as they knock it further down. Flyers hold. Makasenka chips it across. Mrazek up the far wall. Drops it. Makasenka over skates. And here they come back the other way. Walkoskis pokes a stick in. Marshall pokes a stick in. Pokes it away. Over to the near wall. Junior Flyers send it up the wall, where it drops in behind the net. Walkoskis head of steam through center ice. She's got Mrazek and Makasenka with her. Walkoskis tries to get a shot off, blocked. Drops it back to Howe, who throws it in front of the net. Mrazek beating and banging over there in the far corner. And now Makasenka in the near corner. Here come the Junior Flyers back the other way. Up the near wall, around Marshall, in on Eves. And at the last moment, we had, let's see who that was, Howe. Howe hustled and got back and dove, and the net ended up off the moorings, and Howe ended up into the pipe. So we're going to get a face-off here in the near circle here as the net had come off the moorings. We'll see Litz on the back end there with Zivkovic. And Yenny Sherwood and Peets up front. So the Flyers hold at far point. Yenny picks it up, sends it out. Flyers regroup. Come up the wall. In behind the net, Litz. Zivkovic battling in the corner. Flyers send it in deeper. The battle there. They chip it ahead. Comes in on net. Litz cleans that up over to Peets. Peets pushes it ahead, coming up the near wall. Steps in front of that player. Puck goes all the way across in front of the Flyers bench. Comes ahead. And that will be an icing. 12:48. We come back down here. You can hear Aaron cheering. Try to fire these girls up here a little bit. We got Kiesel and Dull on the back end with Claherty, Panetta, and Klein up front. Klein takes that draw into her glove there, and we're going to get another draw. Same players, same circle, different time on the clock, and this time it'll be Klein again. Klein draws it over to Claherty. Claherty can't hold on to it, and here they come back the other way. Up the near wall, chip, dump, go chase it out. Off the side of the net, puck in front. Eves got a chop on that. Here comes Panetta. Panetta chops it off the wall, ahead to Claherty. She overskates. Flyers send it back the other way past Kiesel. And it goes back behind the net where Dull's going to pursue. Now Klein. They chip it back out to the point. Comes all the way through and gets knocked into the corner by Panetta. And here comes Claherty. Claherty up near wall, back into the center. She gets separated from the puck, pushed to the corner. She's going to go battle for it there. She falls down. Now Klein. Klein ties that player up, Flyers. Panetta steps over, and here they come the other way. Marshall stepped up to try to cut that off, and it's going to create a 2-on-1. Howe clears it up with authority. They wave off the icing on a tip, and now Howe's going to chase it deep in the offensive zone. Stevens cut that off, knocked it into the corner. Stevens battling. Now Walkoskis jumps in with her. Walkoskis with the puck behind the net and taken away by the Flyers. Here they come up the near wall. No. Walkoskis knocks her into the corner. Loose, King. King lost it coming through the center of the slot. And this time it gets held in on the far wall. Flyers regroup. They turn in front of their own tender. They chip it up the wall. They push it by everybody, and it's on the net. Eves drops it into the corner where Howe's going to go battle there. They continue to battle in that corner. Over to the far point, shot wide, miss near side, into the near corner, where they're going to come up the near wall here. I can't see, that was Kinger. She lost the puck. Here come the Flyers back the other way, as Howe and Mrazek converge on it. Now in behind the net, it's going to come into the near corner where the Flyers are going to get their first. Marshall joins the battle. Centering pass cut off by Mrazek, chipped up to the point, but not out. They backhand it down the wall. Flyers shoot, and Eves is going to glove that one. And with 10:19 to go, first period, Eves is going to glove that one, and we're going to get a face-off in the near circle. So you can hear Josh trying to get the crowd going here a little bit as that face-off draws back. Litz behind the net. Litz turns. Now Peets jumps in with it. Peets gets hit. Beating and banging in the corner. Mrazek over to Peets. Peets pokes it ahead, can't get it out at the point. They chop it in. Eves knocks that to the near corner for Litz. Litz turns, looks, makes sure there's nobody coming. They battle in that corner there. Makasenka joins in. Makasenka turns, brings it up ice, gets it up ahead, and it's going to go all the way down. They wave off the icing on a tip, and Mrazek's going to go over and chase it. It's going to come by everybody, and now Litz is going to have to chase that down. Flyer with a burst of speed there, and we're going to get an icing. Back the other way with 9:40, first period. Yenny, Klein, and Sherwood out here with Dull and Kiesel on the back end. A face-off. Over to the wall, back to the point. Dull over to Kiesel. Kiesel with space. Kiesel cheats in. Kiesel shoots. Puck loose in front. Flyer goalie covers that up with 9:31. Kiesel put it on net, and there was a scrum in front. And the Flyers goalie got a piece of equipment on top of that one, so we're going to bring it to the near circle. Klein draws it back to Yenny. Yenny down to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in behind the net. Sherwood's going to go bang back there. They throw it up the wall past Yenny. Kiesel's going to have to retreat at the point. She cheats in, throws it deeper. It's in behind the net. Now Flyers are going to get there first. Sherwood. Klein. Klein chops it lower. Sherwood. Sherwood's battling in the corner. Over to Klein. Klein out to Dahl. Dahl throws it high into the corner. Yenny. Flyers. Klein cuts that one off, and they get by Dahl. And here they come. Kiesel pushes that player into the far corner. And the Flyers can't hold the point, and back to neutral ice. They're going to battle below us. We can't see that area of the ice. Penn's cut behind the net now. They battle back there. You got Kiesel and Marshall battling back there. It goes over the corner to Claherty. Here comes Claherty up the far wall. Kicks out ahead to Walkoskis. Walkoskis chips it by. She might get a chance here. Walkoskis shoots. Goaltender knocks that down, and they all end up in the net in a violent collision. And we'll await the damage, and there doesn't appear to be any, as everybody gets up from that. Violent collision at the net. So we'll get a draw over in the far circle. Panetta, Walkoskis, and I believe that's Claherty over there. It is. With Marshall and Howe on the back end. As Panetta cuts it off, throws it in front of the net. Over to the near wall. Or it comes up the wall. And now they throw it in behind the net where Claherty's going to go battle. Claherty throws it behind the net again. They're battling on the near wall here, and Marshall chips it, and they chip it past him. Here they come up the near wall. Into the near corner. We're a little blind there. We got some fans standing. Where it comes by Howe. Walkoskis chips at it. They hold it at the far point. Send it in behind the net. And Marshall's going to push it over to the far corner. Howe up to the far point. Philly shoots. Blocked. Knocked down into the far corner. Peets turns. Comes with a head of steam through center ice. Peets tried to chip it around one player. Couldn't. Here come the Flyers back the other way. They're going to catch him in the change. Stevens whacks at it, can't pick it up into the corner. You're blind, I see it. They're battling down there. As they come out in front of the net now, they go behind. Out to the point, they're going to chip it by, and it comes back to neutral ice. Goes all the way down. Where Stevens pursues, gets the player to go the other way. Causes some havoc back there. Knocks the player down. Her stick is stuck. She leaves it go. She's playing without a stick in the offensive zone, which means she needs to get off. And here come the Flyers back the other way. Holding the stick there, no call. And Zivkovic's going to turn it, dump it up the wall for Mrazek. Mrazek tried to push it ahead, can't. In behind the net, Litz. Litz pushes it up the wall. Comes back to neutral ice where some select player fell, and now here come the Flyers the other way, around Litz, into the corner where you're a little blind, in behind the net, into the far corner now. Zivkovic applying some pressure, and now the Flyers take it behind. They bounce it off the side of the net out to the near point, where they dump it in deeper past the select. That was Makasenka. In behind the net now, Litz. Litz turns, sends it up the wall. Peets is over there. Peets up ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka bangs it ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek up the near wall. Mrazek dumps it in the back behind Stevens' dropped stick. Where it's going to beat and bang back there now. Mrazek's going to go after it. Makasenka tried to center, couldn't get it through. Klein comes over. They're beating and banging on Stevens' stick back there. Mrazek trips over it, and here they come back the other way. Stripes finally picks it up. And they're whacking at Kiesel. They're sending it back the other way. Oh, and Makasenka gets tripped. No call. And they knock it into the door there as the girls were going off on a change. And here comes the puck over to the near side. Now it comes back into the top of the zone. Dahl chips it up. High stick on the puck. They call that one. With 4:46 in the first. So we're going to come back here on the high stick on the puck. And we're going to face off down here in our offensive zone. I see Yenny out here with Sherwood and Walkoskis. Marshall and Howe on the back end. 4:46 to go. Walkoskis pushes it behind the net where the Flyers pick it up. Flyers skating with it. Back into center ice. Yenny momentarily stopped that player. They come up the near wall into the blind corner. Shot. Eaves pushes that to the far wall. Flyers pick it up there. Sherwood applies some pressure. Now Howe applying pressure. They're beating, they're banging. Howe turns, dumps it up ahead to Sherwood. Sherwood sends it back to neutral where the Flyers regroup. Send it ahead. Up the far wall. Howe overskated. Marshall's back. Marshall gets a stick down, blocks that shot up high into the wall. You're blind in that corner. Flyers center, can't get a tip on it. Flyers dump it into the point, from the point rather. Marshall in the near corner. Marshall battling with a couple of Flyers. Now Walkoskis comes out of there with it, stops behind her own net, turns, dumps it to Marshall. Marshall over to the corner, turns it over to a Flyer. Out to the top of the slot, shot Eaves, right in the breadbasket, gloves that one. They're going to get a face-off in the far circle. So this time it looks like it's going to be Clardy, Panetta, and Peets out here with Zivkovic and Litz, as Litz sends it around to the far corner for Zivkovic. Zivkovic up the wall, back to a Flyer at neutral ice. Waits for the zone to clear, turns, dumps. Peets chips it out, they chip it back in. Stuck in Clardy's belly, and here they come back the other way. They get around one, Litz, pass, Eaves with a save. Another shot, missed to the near side. In behind the net now. Loose in front, Panetta's gonna pick that up and come back the other way. Panetta dumps it up the wall for Clardy, too far. Flyers regroup, pick it up, D to D past top of their defensive zone. They push it up. Zivkovic pushes it back. They're battling in front of the selects bench. Zivkovic pushed it, Flyer picks it up. Panetta separated her from the puck. It comes over to the near wall, and here they come again. Around Panetta. Klein. Tried to get a stick in there, couldn't. They dump it into the far corner where the Flyers turn on Zivkovic. Klein comes into battle. Puck low behind the net. Litz battling, misses that hit. And Clardy's going to pick this one up 1-on-2. She's got Panetta trailing. She's got Klein trailing. Clardy's going to dump it and go for a change. As we need to get some fresh legs on the ice. We got Klein, King, and Stevens out here now. Stevens cut that one off, dumped it deeper. They're going to battle along the wall. They're battling into the corner. In behind the net now as King needs to go over there and do some work. She does not quite get there. Dahl cuts it off at the point. They're going to send it up the wall. King gets a stick in there. Stevens is beating and banging. Trying to push it up the wall. Klein pushes it lower. Stevens gets in there, still banging on it. Here come the Flyers back the other way. They chip it out near wall. Kiesel chips it back in and they send it out. Here comes Stevens. Stevens with the puck. Stevens loses it, drops it off for, that was King. King sends it all the way around. There's nobody in that far corner over there. Klein cuts it off, turns. Klein turns, shoots, misses far side, into the corner. Stevens beating and banging over there. Now Kiesel joins in. Kiesel holds the puck, sends it in deeper. It's back to the point. They're still beating and banging. Stevens. This time Kiesel throws it in behind the net. Stevens is going to go for a change, as is King. So we got just Stevens. Kiesel stays, and so does King, and Walkoskis holds it. Walkoskis down the far wall, gets it around one Flyer. Walkoskis chips it in front of the goal mouth. We were caught in a change as Mrazek was jumping on. Kiesel's on the point. She's been out there a long time. Walkoskis still holds, sends it over in the direction of Makasenka. Makasenka shoots, misses far side, goes in behind the net with 52 to go. Into the corner. They throw it, miss it to the far side. Makasenka's going to go dig that out. Makasenka throws it in deeper. Flyers pick it up there. They're going to chip it up high. It's going to go all the way down. And that will be an ice. So we'll come back down the other way here with 36-9 on the clock. We'll go to the far circle for another draw. Looks like we're going to get Marshall and Howe come out here with Yenny, Sherwood, and Peets for a draw with 36-9 left, first period. Mel steps in, draws it back to Howe, over to Marshall. Marshall tries to shoot, cannot get it through, and here they come the other way with 30 seconds to go. Up the near wall. Shoot, Eves gloves that one easily with 24.2 to go. We're going to get a shot, a face-off here in the near circle. Out's going to come Klein, Clardy, and Panetta. And we're going to stick with Howe and Marshall on the backside. Let's face off in the near circle. We got Panetta. Panetta coming up the near wall. Panetta lost the puck. Klein picked it up, sent it in. Goes in behind the net there as a Flyers player tripped over on skates. Goes over to the far wall. Howe comes in aggressively, chips it lower. Howe, still being aggressive, playing hard deep. 4 seconds to go. Klein in the point, shoots it in deeper, and that's going to do it. We played one. No score, and I'll be back for two. All right, we're going to come out for number two, Pete, Sherwood, and Yenny. Out here with Howe and Marshall. Eves pipes to my right as Pete pushes this face-off back. Flyers pick it up, chip it up the far wall. They stop, turn, dump it in deep, but it's going to go behind Eves where Howe's going to get there and battle. Flyers pick it up there. They're going to try to center, can't get it through. Yenny cuts that off. Yenny up ahead to Howe. Howe going to charge up that far wall. She's got Sherwood. She's going to dump it, but it's going to hit somebody on the bench there. Not sure who that was. It looks like Litz. Caught Litz on the bench and never made it in. So we're going to get a face-off here in front of the selects bench. 15:39 first, or second rather. 15:39 second period. Peets is going to step in, pull that one over to Yenny. Now Sherwood. Sherwood comes through with it. Sherwood getting beat up. Over to the corner. Sherwood tries to center, goes off the corner. Peets is in there. She's never one to shy away from a battle. As that puck's going to come through center ice. We're going to get behind Howe. Howe's better hurry. She does. She gets in there and disrupts it, forces the girl behind the net. And they're going to battle in the near wall here. She's still skating with it, drops it off to the near point. Two Flyers there battling for it as Sherwood dove to try to block the pass. Puck in close, and Eves is going to get a piece of equipment on that. Cover it up. And we will get a draw in the near circle as Zivkovic and Litz come out here with Clardy, Panetta, and Klein. So we will see what happens here as Klein's going to step in, take this draw in our defensive zone. They beat and bang, puck loose. Litz overskated. She picked it up, sent it over to Clardy. Clardy up the wall. Puck was behind her. She grabbed it and pushed it ahead. Clardy still skating with it. Lost the puck. Flyers back the other way. Litz turns it over. Shot. Missed the net wide and high as it goes into the near corner. where they're going to beat and bang, and we're going to wait for the results. In behind the net now. Flyers pick it up, send it around, through a Flyers' legs. Panetta gets over there, gets a stick on it, sends it up, can't get it out past the point. Shot from there, missed far side, into the near wall. And now they push it ahead, but it was a collision of multiple bodies, and the Flyers are going to come back the other way. Up the far wall as Panetta goes to the bench after that collision. They come in on Eves, and they beat her low. Not quite sure how. She had the angle. I don't know if they beat her 5-hole or what there, but they beat her low, and it's 1-0 Philly with 14:14 to go in the first. They beat Eves low, and it's 1-0. So we're going to get Stevens out here with Walkoskis and King. Dahl and Kiesel on the back end as they're going to take this draw after the Flyers' goal. It's 1-0. Walkoskis ahead to Stevens. Stevens loses it. They push it in up the near wall here where it's now going to go in below Eves. Kiesel picks it up behind the net. Kiesel sends it up the wall. King tried to get it ahead to Stevens. She did. Stevens mishandled it as she gets pushed off the puck and falls down. Now Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up here in front of her own net. Bad turnover, top of the zone. Stevens and Walkoskis provided some pressure. Puck loose in front. Eves rebound. Made another save. Eves is down. She's up now. Puck into the corner where Dahl's battling with Flyers player. They push it out to the near point. They get it out there. It gets all the way through. Bouncing puck, and now it's 2. As there was a bouncing puck. Not sure if it got tipped or what, but that's 2 quick ones for the Flyers. And it's out 2-0 with 13:32 to go in the second. So this one could get ugly quick if we can't turn the momentum as Peets comes out here with Mrazek and Makasenka, Howe and Marshall on the back. Peets is going to step in for this draw. Flyers are going to pick it up. The momentum has all shifted this way as this puck goes in behind the net. Marshall's going to go pick it up there, send it around. It gets out past the point where Makasenka's going to chase it down into the near corner. Throws it on net. It's loose. Makasenka can't get a stick on the rebound. Puck was loose over there on the far side. Now they're going to bounce it up the far wall. Peets chips it in deeper. Tries to center, can't get it through. Mrazek beating and banging. And now we're going to get the Flyers coming back the other way. Head pass tip by Marshall. Howe's going to go chase that down. Howe's going to take it in behind the Eves. Send it up the wall for Peets. Peets sends it back to neutral ice where they're beating and banging on it. Now Howe turns. Howe sends it up ahead to Mrazek, I believe. Mrazek chips it in deeper into the near corner where the Flyers are going to send it back up the other way. Pass cut off by Howe. Howe turns, sends it back the other way into the zone, and that's going to be an icing. With 12:22, we're going to go back down here. So we've got Zivkovic and Litz out here with Yenny, Sherwood, and Klein for this draw in our defensive zone. It's quite loud. I got a team warming up here right behind me, so hopefully you're not hearing too much of that. Between that and Joe's music, it's a little bit loud right now in the arena. They beat and bang along the wall. Klein's involved. I can't see it, but I can hear it as they continue to beat and bang along that wall. Klein and Sherwood and Zivkovic are involved. They're banging again on the wall below me. It's just the way they come out of there with it. Dancing across the zone, drop it low. The centering pass too far, Zivkovic. Zivkovic picks it up, comes back the other way. Zivkovic up the near wall. Into the corner, back around for Klein. Player falls down, Klein turns to look, missed the puck. They battle in the corner. Yenny sends it out to Litz. Litz tries to get a shot off block there, out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic fanned on it, turned it over. Luckily, she turned it over, or she tied him up rather, and prevented the breakaway from happening. But she needs to recover and get back in there and get the puck. Now it's behind the net. Now she does pick it up. She chips it up the wall weakly, but it does get out. Flyers recover D to D. Centering pass.
Yeah, when do we stop at
and they're going to send it down in where Litz is going to pick it up behind the net. Player falls down for the Flyers. Litz sends it up, can't get it out. Yenny backhands, it does come out this time. D to D, and here come the Flyers up the near wall. They're going to send it in, and that's going to be, I believe, an offsides on the difficult second period change. So we're going to come back to center ice for this draw. King, Walkoskis, and Claherty out here with Kiesel and Dull. Walkoskis. Puck died there. Here they come. They push it into the near corner. Where Dull picks it up. Dull around back for Kiesel. King's going to get there first. King chips it up the wall, but not out. Kiesel's going to go chip it. Kiesel beating and banging back there. Player falls down, in behind the net now. Into the corner. Dull tried to put it ahead for Claherty, couldn't get it there. Back in behind the net again. They try to shoot. It's loose in front. Eves gets a piece of equipment on it. And Kiesel leveled a girl in front of the net. Kiesel came in and gave him the old Brett, knocked him down. She took that one out of Dad's book. Dad's on his phone. I don't think he saw that one. As the Flyers draw it back, send it across to the far wall. I'm out of sync on the time here. I'll fix it next break. Actually, I'm going to stop it, let it catch up. Puck in behind the net now where the Flyers are going to beat and bang for it. Klein gets knocked down. It's Marshall in there beating and banging. Now we've got Klein over to Howe. Howe coming up the near wall. They continue to beat and bang in behind the net now. Time's almost in sync. Klein back to the point. They get by Marshall. Time's now back in sync. Down the far wall. Pete's hurrying up. Eves with the big save on that one. She looked behind her. She wasn't confident she had it. So we're going to go to the far circle. They're gonna battle along the wall. Their Flyers come out on the dot, still loose. They send it back to the point, comes back to neutral ice. Send it across. Stevens picks it up. Stevens gets separated from it, gets it over to Makasenka. Makasenka can't get it back to Stevens though, as it goes in behind the net. They're gonna go into the corner. Stevens fell down. Goes in behind the net now. They try to put it in front, puck loose. Nobody could get a stick on it. And here come the Flyers back the other way. Stevens cuts that off. Over to Walkoskis. Walkoskis whacks it in all the way around. And they're going to get it there as Klein goes in, chops it in lower. In behind the net now. And here comes, it might have been beating and banging. Pete's over here. You know she's not shy. They're banging in front of us. As couldn't see who that was in there. That was Dahl and Howe banging. Dahl sends it across for Peets. Peets turns it over as Dahl knocks that girl off the puck. She still maintains it. Coming around Litz, still has it. Puts it in on Eves. Eves knocks it into the far corner. Puck loose behind the net. Dahl's going to get there first. Dahl. Head pass up ahead, too far for Klein. They're going to go chase it down on the far wall. They chip it past her. They hold it in the zone, and Howe's going to provide pursuit. The Flyers are going to come back the other way as Dahl stands them up, and here comes Howe. Howe up the near wall. Howe shoots. Flyers goalie knocks that down. Loose puck. Still loose as King was coming onto the ice, couldn't do anything with it. It's in behind the net now. They need to pressure here. Need to provide some pressure on the near wall. Marshall's in there. She gets it into the center of the zone. Nobody there as Sherwood skates up, but it's too little, too late. Here they come back the other way. Kiesel's going to go chase this down behind the net. Kiesel puts it up. Does not get, does come out. And Flyers regain, go D to D. Sherwood on the attack there, can't get there. They stand it up at the line, it comes back out. Sherwood can't get a stick on it. Sherwood gets stood up. Walkoskis knocks it into the zone. They're beating and banging Marshall. Marshall has to wait for the zone to clear. It does. She dumps it in, cut off by a Flyer. Walkoskis knocks it down. King kept it in, and now the Flyers are going to send it back out and come back the other way. Marshall gets a stick on that one. They force it into the near corner. Kiesel sends it all the way around. Kiesel chips it up off the glass. It's going to go at a bad angle, and it will be. Well, they wave it off. Should have been an icing. Into the near corner. They beat, they bang, they send it up the wall. They get it by everybody. Kiesel has the angle on her. Now she jumps in front of Kiesel. Kiesel and the Flyers player both go down. Now you've got Pete's in there. She's no stranger to the scrap. As Kiesel puts a shoulder into somebody. Kiesel and Pete's beating and scrapping. They come out of there with it. The Flyers do. They center it back here to this near point. They chip it in on the net. Bouncing puck. It's loose. Marshall picks it up. Marshall still can't get it out of there. As Pete's is going to go take it behind the net, send it all the way around the wall. Panetta's not going to get there first. The Flyers just jumped off the bench into the corner behind the net. Pete's will go beat and bang some more. Marshall, Pete's, she loses it. Marshall up the wall to Panetta. Panetta chips it up and out. And they just seem to be content to clear right now as Claherty overskates. Can't pick it up. They just seem to be content to clear. They're not getting a breakout as the Flyers come in, shoot, miss high to the far corner, or near corner. 5:28 second. Send it across where Walkoskis picks it up, but she was coming hard the other way and brought the puck in, and now they get it over to Panetta. Panetta over to Claherty. Claherty one-on-one. Claherty one-on-one here with a Flyer. She waited, and they got a shot. Panetta, rebound, couldn't poke it in. Claherty got a shot off, but it was definitely not aimed at the net there. We're at 5:07 as I missed the time, so I'll fix that one. 5:07. It was a little crooked there. I got that fixed. Must have bumped it. Sorry. We're at 5:07. We're going to come to the near circle for this draw. Walkoskis is going to take it. Puck's dead on the wall there as they beat and bang. A little blind. Back to neutral. Here come the Flyers. Only Litz back. Litz pushes. Eves makes the save. Puck in behind the net. Litz battling hard in the corner. Battling in that corner. Here they come the other way. Zivkovic sends it back the other way. And I think that's going to be an offsides with 4:36. So I see Stevens and King jumping over the wall with Klein and Dahl and Kiesel on the back. Yeah, they're cheering them on, trying to get some life here as Klein takes this draw. Stevens jumps, pushes it in. They send it back out the other way. Kiesel picks it up there. Kiesel ahead to King. King chips it in deeper. Goes in behind the net now where King's going to have to go and chase it down. She falls down. And they chip it up past Stevens. Kiesel knocked it in. That looked like it was out to me, but they didn't see it. And King's going to stay on that player in the corner. Escaped by Stevens, and King recovers. Stevens can't turn quick enough to get over there, and that puck gets cleared up into the Steel City bench. With 4:04, we should go down to the far circle for another faceoff. And I see Pete's jumping out here with Mrazek and Makasenko. We're going to keep Dahl and Kiesel on the back end. As Pete's is going to step in and take this draw with 4:04 to go in the second. Pete's wins the draw. Mrazek back to Kiesel. Kiesel blocking. It's going to turn into a breakaway. Dahl needs to hurry. Dahl needs to hurry over there. Dahl got there. Got a shot off. Eves knocked out behind the net. Comes into the corner, and Eves is going to pick that one up and cover it. And with 3:50 to go, we'll get a face-off here in the near circle. Where Pete's is going to pick it up. Pete's. Flyers have it now. They shoot. Miss near side around the back. Marshall. Marshall up the wall. Gets by everybody. And they wave off the icing. Puck dies anyway. And Flyers pick it up behind their own net. They stop, they turn. And sloppy through the zone as Hal chops that away. They stand each other up, and here come the Flyers back the other way. Dancing. Marshall knocked that down. Another Flyer picked it up. Eves with a big save. And they're scrapping in there. And Eves knocked her down. And we're at 3:08. I'm having some clock trouble here. I'm not sure why. We're at 3:08. I will fix it. As Eves knocked that girl down after the play. She wasn't happy she was in there, huh? She was down, she got up and knocked her down. So now we're going to have Zivkovic and Litz out here with Yenny, Walkoskis, and Sherwood. They're trying different combinations, trying to get something to work here. And to be honest with you, nothing has. But a pretty lopsided game as Walkoskis takes that draw, dives on the circle. Flyers put it in towards the net, got stuck in a skate. Litz in the corner, beating and banging. Still beating and banging. They send it up the wall. Walkoskis still can't get it out. Still banging on that wall. Now it goes in behind Eves, where Zivkovic's going to have to go over and chop at it. Try to get it up ahead. She can't, but Walkoskis does get it out. The Flyers regroup back in their defensive zone. Send it across the top. That was out. Walkoskis drops it in, and there were a couple of select players offsides there. So we'll see where they're going to come over here to the near dot for this draw. With Zivkovic and Litz, Panetta, Clawherty, and Klein out here. We're going to take this draw on the near dot, drop it off. Panetta gets it into the zone, can't get it on the net. They cut it off there. Clawherty comes around Panetta. Clawherty shoots, doesn't get it all the way through, gets knocked down by a defensive player. Klein battling behind the net. Panetta steps into the player, stops the puck. Klein gets over there and gets it behind stripes. Klein chips it up, and Litz can't hold that point. These Flyers are moving. They're going to take it off of her, and here they come. They're going to be in too deep. They're going to get a shot off the side of the net as Eves hugged that pipe. And Litz is going to bounce it. I'll bounce off the wall. Here comes Panetta. Panetta loses the puck and bounces off the near wall where Clawherty's going to battle. They're going to battle here at the blue line. I'm a little blind. We'll wait for the result. It goes in deeper. Behind the net, Litz. Litz sends it up ahead to Clawherty. Clawherty puts it up ahead to Klein. Klein gets pulled down. We're going to get a penalty here as Clawherty's going to come in. Gets the shot off, and as they tip it, that's going to be the whistle. And we're going to go on the power play here. And I see Stevens jumping over the wall with Kinger and Peets. And it looks like we're going to stick with Kiesel and Dahl on the back end. We're going to come here on the near circle for this face-off. We got Kinger, Stevens, Peets, Dahl, and Kiesel. As this puck goes in behind the net, where Kinger's going to have to go dig it out. She doesn't get there. Sends it to the point, Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in deeper, off the side of the net. Peets goes back to do some work, can't get there. Stevens beating and banging on the wall. Dahl sends it over to Stevens, who loses it. Dahl sends it down deep in behind the net, where Peets is going to go dig it out. Peets chips it, it comes in front, nobody there. And with 1:18 to go, this will be the clear for the Flyers as they bring it up the far wall. As Kiesel picks it up there with 1:05 to go in the period, 51 seconds in the power play. She puts it by King, and that's going to turn into an icing with 59 seconds to go. And we'll get a face-off back down here in our defensive zone. Still going to stick with Kiesel and Dahl. They've been out there this whole kill, and we've got Mrazek, Makasenka, and Walkoskis coming out. Or, I'm sorry, this whole power play, not this whole kill. And they were out there prior to the power play, so an extended shift for them. As Walkoskis puts it over the wall, they dump it in behind the net. Walkoskis beating and banging. Walkoskis comes out of there with it. She's going to skate with it. Coming through center, gets around one, gets around two. Two more. She chips it off a Flyer into the near corner. Walkoskis still skating with it. Walkoskis out to Makasenka. Makasenka rips a shot, misses. Into the corner. In behind the net now. Makasenka is going to try to center, can't get it through. Mrazek, now Makasenka is going to go battle. 23 to go. as Dahl steps up, they get by her. It's 2-on-1 with Kiesel. Kiesel, they find the top left corner of that net. Short-handed goal as Kiesel is back there 1-on-2. And that's 3. With 15 seconds to go in the second, 2 seconds to go in the power play. They pick up another one as they broke out and got Kiesel back caught 1-on-2. I think Eves was screened as Kiesel backed in, and they got the top left corner of the net. So it's now Klein out here with Sherwood and Yenny. Howe and Marshall, 14.7. Yenny up the far wall. Yenny gets a shot off low, bouncing puck. Nobody can get the rebound. Puck loose in front. Comes in around the back with 6 to go. Out to the point, they clear. They're going to come up the far wall, and that's going to do it for 2. We played 2. It's 3-0 Flyers. I'll be back for 3. All right, they're coming out for 3. Yenny, Klein, Sherwood with Marshall and Halbach as Yenny chips it into the zone. Flyers pick it up, chip it back the other way. They send it across now. Sherwood can't get in there, and Flyers are going to come back the other way with it. Klein's going to step in there and beat and bang, send that player to the wall. She falls down. Howe behind her own net. Stops, turns, bounces it oddly off the net, where Klein has to turn, send it up the near wall. Where it comes back out, Flyers pick it up, dump it back in behind the net. Marshall's going to go dig it out from there. Marshall turns, stops, loses the puck, sends it down lower for Klein. Klein tried to put it back to Marshall, couldn't. And the Flyers have it. They're going to send it up the wall, try to get it to the point. They can't. Sherwood's just content again to just dump it. And that's going to be an icing. Oh no, it didn't get there. The ice is so scrubby it never got there, and they're going to battle in the corner for it now. And a couple of players, for the Flyers are going to come out of there with it as comes up the wall, and there's just no life in this selects team right now. It started this morning and it's worse now as the Flyers turn. This girl's just dancing with it. They send it in deeper. Into the corner, where Clardy comes out with it. Clardy up the near wall. Clardy gets hit, separated from the puck. She gives her a little elbow, and the Flyers are coming back the other way. Panetta tries to provide some support. Push it into the corner. You're blind, I can see it, you can't. Goes in behind the net. Eves pushes it there. Zivkovic sends it off of a Flyer, can't get it out. They retain possession. They center it. Panetta kicks at it. Flyers send it in deeper. Now it's going to be Pete's. Pete's up the far wall. You know she's got some fight in her. Pete's dancing. Throws it on the goalie. Rebound. Panetta couldn't get there as that puck goes into the corner. He's thrown in front. Too far for Panetta. Litz tries to hold the point. She does, at least momentarily, as that puck's loose. Now Stevens covering Litz up high. Stevens cheats in. Litz back to her natural point position. It gets by her, and here come the Flyers. Zivkovic's not going to get back. And Eves makes a big save. Pushes it into the near corner where you can't see it. Now comes back to neutral. And D-to-D pass by the Flyers, and here they come up the far wall. They come around. They're battling in that corner. Philly fans standing in your way. And here they come up the near wall. They stop, they turn, they're battling in front of me. Now they go again. Stevens knocks it into the zone. She loses the puck. Here come the Flyers back the other way. Now Litz over to Zivkovic. Zivkovic up ahead to Walkoskis. Walkoskis tries to dump it. Stevens whacks at it, can't get it in. And here comes Litz. Stevens needs a change. She's been out there a long time. Litz ahead to King. Too far. King does recover. King gets a shot off, blocked. Stevens been out there a long time. She recovers, picks up the puck, dumps it out to the point to Dahl. Dahl throws it in low. King kicks at it. Goes in behind the net where Stevens is going to go battle. She's been out there a while. She needs a change. She's in front of the net. Puck's in behind the net. Can't get there. Bad angle. Here come the Flyers the other way. This time they tip it in, and that should finally let Stevens get off the bench, get to the bench rather, as this puck comes back the other way. King too far. She needs a change too. In behind the Flyers net. 12:07 third. As Mrazek fell down. Walkoskis can't handle the puck, and here it comes. Dahl steps up. Dahl holds it. Dahl throws it in deeper as Walkoskis finally gets off. They send it over. It's in the corner. Flyers come out of there with it as Klein overskates. Here they come up the near wall. And behind the net. Round to the far side. Still skating. Puck bounces up high. Makasenka gets a stick on it. She's going to take it up the far wall. Makasenka skating hard. Gets in. Still skating. She flips it. Klein was there, but it went through the goal mouth too high for her to do anything. As that puck comes all the way down. The girl gets a stick on it. Comes back and Eves makes a big save. We needed that save badly because it would have been too far out of control at that point at 4, although I think 3 is insurmountable. I'd love to be proven wrong. So they're going to face off in the far circle. You got Peets with, looks like Sherwood and Yenny out there with Marshall and Howe in the back end. Howe falls down into the near corner. Battling into the corner. Around behind the net. Far corner. Flyers still battling with it. Sherwood gets a stick on it. Sherwood gets to the red line. Doesn't even get to the red line. Dumps it. They wave off the ice on a tip. Flyers pick it up behind the net now. They send it around back the other way. Peets is there. Peets tries to center. Can't get it through. And they pick it up. Skate around Sherwood, who fell into the boards. And they push it up past Howe. And here comes player for the Flyers centering pass. And Eves is like a wall there. Makes a big save. She's keeping us in the game at this point as the game is broken down. So we're going to bring out Walkoskis with Panetta and Claherty. Litz and Zivkovic on the back end. As we get the draw here with 10:34 to go. Third period. We're going to battle in that corner. It's blind to all of us. We're going to come out, shoot. Eves is going to get something on that one to push it over. Far point. Shot. Knocked down by Walkoskis. Puck up high. Over the net. Into the near corner. They're going to come out of there with it. Send it up the wall. Panetta. Panetta picks it up. She gets stopped. And they dump it in again. There's just nothing through center ice. As this time Litz sends it up to Panetta. Panetta up ahead to Walkoskis. Walkoskis with Claherty to her right. Walkoskis goes wide. Walkoskis gets a shot off. Goalie's going to glove that one. And with 9:52, we're going to go to that far circle. Let's go! So if anything, these girls can do, as Klein's going to take this draw, sends it over in the direction of Steven, the stick of a Flyer, and here they come. Howe pushes that player to the corner, goes into that corner where it's a little blind, and they're going to beat and bang. We'll wait for the results. Puck back to the point. Flyers hold, send it in deeper, all the way around where Dahl's going to pick it up. Dahl tried to push it further, couldn't. Flyers pick it up there. Klein knocks a Flyer down. They'll continue to beat and battle. She's sitting on the puck at this point. As Klein knocks her down again. They beat and bang. As This time Dahl goes down. That's the little one, and she's holding her own in there. And now the Flyers come out of there with it as Kiesel chips it off her stick. They get a shot blocked over to the far wall, where Dahl's going to pick it up. Stevens is there, gets past her, gets back to neutral ice. Stevens overskates, and there's Dahl battling for it again. Stevens steps in, Flyers chip it back. They send it ahead too far, Kiesel. Kiesel chips it back up, King. King can't get there. Here come the Flyers with it. They send it ahead up the far wall, around Dahl, where Kiesel picks it up. Kiesel whips it around the wall for King. King too far for Stevens, and that puck's going to bounce off the wall and go back the other way as it almost got caught as Peets was jumping on the ice, and somebody did a header going off. Loose top of the zone. I didn't see who that was. It might have been Klein. Did a header to get off to avoid the too many. Shot from the top, knocked down by Marshall. Here comes King. King backhands it weakly back to neutral ice so she can get out. Stevens goes with her. And here come the Flyers back the other way with 8 minutes to go in the third. And they send it down this way. And Mike Kasenka's going to go dig, and it's going to come back out to neutral where they're going to chip it across for Howe. Howe's going to turn. Come back up with it. Try to send it ahead, lose it at the red line. They're battling there now. Turns into a battle. Howe had it clean and comes back Marshall. Marshall chips it over to Peets. Peets loses it. Marshall's the only one back. They caught Marshall the wrong way twice. Danced around, and Eves made a big save. Puck was loose, and they blew the whistle there. Called for the faceoff, even though that puck was not covered. So it stays 3-0. And that whistle, which was premature. So we're going to come here to the near circle. You can only see part of it. They battle into that corner that you can't see at all. Now it comes all the way down the other way. And the Flyers pick it up, send it up the wall. Zivkovic, they get by her. And here we go with Walkoskis beating and banging in the corner. In behind the net now, they center. Sherwood provides some pressure there. Dance across top of the zone over to the slot off Yenny's stick and skates in behind the net now where Sherwood's going to pick it up there. No, Flyers. Trade it, come down deeper, try to shoot, gets in. Eves whacks at it with the paddle and doesn't go out. Litz has lost her stick. She's now kicking at it. Litz just leveled a girl head first into the wall. Now Walkoskis gets knocked down. Girl's screaming at the ref. No call. She gets knocked down again. Walkoskis levels her. She's just laying on the ice at this point. It's going to get chippy. Now we're going to get a whistle. And Walkoskis is going to go, I think, for a cross check here. I think they're going to get Walkoskis for a cross check here if I'm considering the situation correctly, and that's what they call. So they're going to send out Klein with Claherty, Dahl and Kiesel to kill it with 6:33 to go. We're going to go to the far circle. Game's getting a little chippy. And that draw is going to die on the dot and go over to the wall where Claherty's going to chip it ahead. Flyers player kicking at it, and they come out with it across the top of the line. Where Kiesel picks it up, drops it into the corner where you can't see. Flyers fans standing in your way. And they're going to battle there in the corner. He's upset I didn't give him the live stream this morning, so he's content to block your corner view. And they're going to bring it up the wall here. Now Klein shorthanded. Klein gets a shot off. Kick saved by the Flyers goalie. They're going to bring it up the far wall. Dahl chips it back the other way. Flyers cut it off. As Claherty stepped in. Klein throws it all the way down. And behind the net now where Claherty's going to have to go dig it out. She stepped in front of the player, but the Flyers pick up the puck as Selects were making a change, and here they come as Marshall scrambles to get back. Into the corner you can't see. And here comes Kiesel. Kiesel chips it ahead to Claherty. Claherty with the puck. Claherty gets leveled. No call. And this is how these games get chippy. As Flyers player comes up. Marshall, 3-on-1 against Marshall. Shot missed to the near side. Into the corner you can't see. Bouncing puck comes back. And offsides. So we're going to come here to the near dot for this draw. 2 seconds in the penalty to Walkoskis, and she's going to come onto the ice. She's going to the bench, actually, and there wasn't any speed about it as Pete's jumped on for her, and that puck bounces up into the Steel City bench. So we're going to get a draw here. Stevens, Panetta, Peets, and Marshall and Howe. Peets is going to take this draw. She pushes it ahead. Flyers pick it up, send it down the wall and in. And behind the net into the corner you can't see. Marshall. Marshall comes back dangerously through the center of her own zone. She struggles to get it out. She gets it to Panetta. Panetta tried to put it across. There was nobody there. Panetta cut that one off Stevens. Stevens looking to wind one up and get a blocker save into the corner. Panetta tried to throw it in front for Peets. Couldn't get it there. Peets is going to go beat and bang. You know that. Into the corner. Marshall applies some pressure. Stevens covers high, picks it up, throws it in deeper. But they poke it out past her, and here they come. Into the corner where Marshall's going to have to beat and bang and chop, and now Panetta behind the net. You've got Howe coming up the far wall. Stevens going to try to get there. She can't. It's the end of a long shift here, and Peets is going to cut that off. Stevens had gotten out, I thought, but Stripes saw it differently. And we're going to get an offsides, and we're going to come here to the near dot. So we're going to have Mrazek, Makasenka, and Klein out here with Litz and Zivkovic. Klein's going to take this draw with 3:56 to go. Makasenka throws it in deep behind the net. Where they're going to battle for it. They're going to send it out. Litz is going to have to chase this down. Good speed as the girl steps in front of Litz, and Litz stepped in front of her and knocked her down. You can't see it. It's coming up the near wall. Flyers regrouping. Send it across. Flyers, that was offsides. We're going to get that whistle. We're going to go to the far dot. So we'll get a face-off on the far dot. Klein with too many here. Klein's going to head off. We got King with Yenny, and they draw it back, and the Flyers pick it up, send it back the other way, where Zivkovic sends it through Stripes' legs. Sherwood kicks it ahead. They're beating and banging on Sherwood. Yenny dumps it up the wall in behind the net. As they battle behind the net, Yenny does. Flyers coming out of there with it, send it up the wall. Litz is trying to hold the point. She's going to have to retreat. They chip it by her. Here they come, two on Zivkovic. They get the centering pass, but it was behind everybody. Or Sherwood's going to hurry over there. Sherwood's going to chip it ahead for King. King with Yenny trailing. She puts it over to Yenny, but it's too far. Into the corner. Yenny tried to center, nobody there. Litz has to turn and come back the other way. Player up the near wall. Loses the puck at the line. Regroups. King. They send it back the other way. Claherty tries to get a jump on it. She gets there, gets a stick on it. Can't do anything with it as she stood up and loses the puck. Now they're going to bang in the corner. 2:28 to go as Panetta jumps on. Claherty's still fighting for it back there. She falls down. Peets will join in. Now Dull sends it back up to Peets. And Claherty hadn't had a chance to get out of the zone, and that will be offsides. So we're going to go to center ice for this draw with 2:14. 27-3 and 271 out here for us. With Panetta puts it over towards Claherty. Claherty went to go up the far wall and forgot the puck as Dull dumps it in deeper. They send it in behind the net with 2:06 to go. Flyers. They send it around. Beat and bang to the point. Kiesel steps up, holds it. Kiesel gets a shot off. Flyers goalie knocks that down, rebound. Nobody there to clean it up, and a lot of snow in front of the Flyers bench slowed that down. As Dahl steps in, chips the puck. Dahl across to Peets. Peets dances around one, sends it over to Dahl. Dahl shoots, misses far side. As Zivkovic and, Makasenko and Stevens come in. It's going to be an offsides, I believe. So they're going to come to this near dot. As Stevens and Klein are talking now. Stevens, Klein, Makasenko. With Howe and Marshall out back as the Flyers draw this one. Makasenko's going to go apply some pressure. They can't hold it. Marshall sends it in, but Makasenko wasn't out, and that's going to be an offsides. So we'll come to the near dot here. We'll get this face off here with Klein. Taking a draw with 1:24 to go. Yeah, they take that draw, chips in down the wall. Makasenko battling, Klein goes into the wall, Stevens over there battling now. Goes down deeper. Makasenko, Stevens comes out of there with it, can't do anything with it as she gets pulled down. They're beating and banging and whacking. Makasenko behind the net now, Stevens is going to jump in there. Makasenko gets knocked down on top of the puck. She gets back up. Stevens comes out of there with it. Stevens shoots. His puck's still loose in front. In behind the net now. Flyers throw it to the near corner. And they're going to try to bring it up the wall. It's going to come out. It does come out. So here they come back the other way. Klein. Klein chopping out. You can't see. And it's going to go in behind the net now. Far corner. With 30 to go. Flyers behind Eves. Into the blind corner. In on Eves, and she's going to cover that up with 22.5 in the arena. So we will get a face-off here in the near circle. Looks like Yenny Mrazek, can't see the third forward. And I see Zivkovic, which means Litz is probably on the other side. You got King out there as it comes in on Eves, and she's going to cover it up again with 17.5 to go. So we're going to get a draw here again. Kinger's going to take another one here in the near circle and drop it. Puck loose in the corner that you can't see. They send it out all the way down in front of the Flyers bench, and they're going to send it up the far wall where Zivkovic stops it. Flyers dancing with it with 4 to go. 3 to go, 2-1, and that's going to do it. Flyers are going to take this one 3-0, and that's going to do it for your Saturday action here. So we'll bring you the game tomorrow morning. We got one more here against these Flyers. I'll give you the handshake, and we'll see you in the morning. Have a good rest of your Saturday.